chair of the legal team of the Orange County Equality Coalition. But I have to tell you today, I am not terribly proud to be a member of the California Bar, whose state Supreme Court has now created an asterisk to the Equal Protection Clause, and who has said we have an Equal Protection Clause, but it doesn't quite protect everyone. A few years ago, when I was admitted to the bar of the state of California, I was proud to raise my hand and swear to defend the California Constitution. I have to tell you, if I was made that choice today, I'm not sure I would make the same decision, because this Constitution does not uphold equality for all. In today's 185-page opinion, it really boils down to a couple of points. But there is a silver lining in that opinion, and I would urge all of you who want to get some inspiration out of what is largely an uninspiring opinion to turn to the dissenting voice, the lone dissenting voice of Justice Moreno. Because it was Justice Moreno today who stood alone and who said that to single out a group for lack of protection in this way, to single out a group and require discrimination, because that's what Prop 8 does. It requires discrimination against a group. He says this cuts to the heart of what it means to have an equal protection clause in the Constitution. And I submit to you today that of all the justices on the Supreme Court, it was that one justice, Justice Moreno, who got it right. Now, there is something very tragic to me about the fact that just 1 year ago, we were standing in celebration when the California Supreme Court issued its historic decision in the marriage cases, finding that marriage is a fundamental right and that the gay and lesbian community has suffered a history of discrimination, entitling it to be treated to suspect classification status for equal protection purposes. Now, we all unfortunately know the rest of the story. In November, our friends and neighbors chose to go to the ballot box and amend the Constitution of California. Now, there was a way out of this mess. The California Supreme Court could have stood tall and said, when it comes to individual civil liberties, you can't just amend the Constitution like that. A bare majority just can't do that consistent with equal protection. Sadly, we know that is not the path they chose to take today. And so they are now saying, it's just a word. It's just a name. And they're saying that the community has all the substantive rights that the rest of the community has. But you and I all know that's not true. And that is inconsistent with what they told us in May of 2008, where they talked about the importance of the term marriage. And they have backed off of that. And I say to them today, shame on you, Supreme Court. Shame on you for not standing up to the majority. Shame on you for not protecting fundamental civil rights. So, let's talk about how we move ahead into the future, because this is the beginning and not the end. Since the voters spoke in November, we have seen dramatic change throughout the country. And as Cass said earlier, it's a real shame that here in California, of all places, we're not on the right side of history. But the good news is there are a lot of states that are moving in that right direction. Because it was just a few days after the November election that there was this beautiful picture on the front page of the New York Times, two women getting their marriage license in the state of Connecticut. We know that other states are moving in the right direction. Vermont, Iowa, Maine. We're going to have marriage equality in the District of Columbia. We're going to have it in New Hampshire. We're going to have it across this country. But we have to remember that until we have it in every one of the 50 states, and until DOMA is repealed, we don't have marriage equality. OCEC legal in the months ahead. We're going to be continuing to fight the battle for LGBT rights wherever it is. If it's in Corona Del Mar where the high school principal is saying you can't put on a production of Rent, we will be there as and when Lieutenant Dan Choi receives his dismissal papers, we will be there to overturn Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And we will continue to fight this fight in Orange County. All of you, I'm sure, have seen the movie Milk. Among themselves, well, if you want to just get an anti-gay initiative passed, go to Orange effing County. We're going to change that right here. We in Orange County didn't expect that from San Francisco. The court today issuing its opinion from San Francisco, that was a low blow. Because we all know that historically that has been a center for equality. But we can be a center for equality right here in Orange County, and we will be. We will keep this movement alive in every state, starting right here at home. And as other speakers have said, if we can't win it in the courts, we'll win the hearts and minds of our neighbors, but we will continue battling in the courts wherever we have to. For those couples who got married out of state, moved into California, we will fight for their rights. For the 18,000, there's one small happy note in today's opinion. Those 18,000 couples, their marriages have been upheld, and we will continue to support those marriages whenever they are attacked by whatever. So whether it's in state court, federal court, ballot box in the state, repealing DOMA, OCEC Legal has been there, and we will continue to be there. Please come and join our fight. We will not stop until it is won. Thank you.